Rightio. How to open a hive or inspect a hive right now. So this is not a normal box that we would usually check. This is what we call a treble box. Now this is for advanced classes. Gotta put my gloves on because these bees are a bit black. Like for example, that one's a bit black, but it's dead, so don't gotta worry about that. These ones are a little bit darker. Bring you in closer. Yeah, those ones are interestingly black. But the interesting part of it, or interesting fact, is that the bees don't like black. Like my phone cover is black, and they would attack it for no reason, just because they just don't like black. Well, it's actually more than that, but they get attracted to it because on the UV index, it almost looks like a flower to them. But even when they're angry, they just go for it, and they go like, "Whoa, what are you doing here?" I'm using a small one, tool of choice, small one, because come on, this is not that. Rightio. The difference between a treble, this one has 3 sections. So there's 3 different queens in this one box, created by the divider here. So this is divided 3 sections and 3 different queens. But what I'm going to do is cover these 2 so I can inspect this one on the edge and hopefully transfer it into a nuke. This is a nuke box. This is what we'll use to transfer the bees into an already established one or a died out. Now, too small. That one's too small for the job. Got to get the big wire out because I need to break the seal of the propolis or the wax that's holding the frames together. Gently lift them out. Check if there's eggs in the sunlight. Doesn't look or appear to be any. It almost looks like it's a queenless hive. Now, the reason why I say it's queenless is because there's no eggs. If you can see, there's no eggs in these cells. That is an indicator that there might be the virgin that we put in here did not mate. There looks to be no eggs at all. And almost looks completely empty. Which means we're going to do something. We're going to combine these 2 on the edge. So we're going to take this divider out. Put it here on the side so it's not dividing the bees anymore. Push them back together. Actually put this one in the middle. The reason why I'm doing this in the middle is because there's a bar at the bottom and it's really annoying to push the bar at the bottom with the frame on the top. It doesn't work, so I have to split them apart to put that frame in the middle, and then that pushes out. That is quite sad. Now you might be wondering, how do you know if there's a queen in this one? Rightio. So we can take this one out again. This one to the side. Move this one back. Collect this one up. Now this is not proper technique because this is a broken frame and we've used nails at the end of it. Rightio. So let's check this one. Now this looks absolutely useless. There does not look or appear to be eggs on this frame. This absolutely looks useless. Well, not useless, but I can't really use it if there's no queen. But there's a lot of bees. So what has happened? Oh no, there's eggs. There is eggs. There is a queen. Oh, ha ha. See if you can spot a queen, mate. Beauty. See if you can spot the queen. And you might be able to see the eggs. They're like little rice. They're smaller than rice, but it's like almost like a little rice particle. I'm trying to find it, but it's a bit hard. There is eggs, and there is a queen. Most annoying thing is this. Oh, and then there's the queen. Look at that. Now you can notice that she's a lot larger than the other bees. Now, a lot larger. Now, if she was a virgin and she wasn't mated, she'd be the same size as those bees, but the same shape back and kind of the same color not as many stripes. So it's a good thing. There is a queen in here, which is a good thing, obviously. There's a queen. No, she's successful. She's laying, and this hive isn't going to die. And she's actually a quite good color. That's kind of the black tip we don't really want, but she's a decent color for now. This season is not as much as we want it to be, because what we really want this season is as many bees as possible, so that we can survive with bees, because the flowering season at the moment is quite atrocious, and the bees aren't breeding as quickly, or just breeding quickly as we want them to. But look at that. That is capped brood, and that is what we want. You can see maybe some of the larvae, the white things in the cells. Now that is developed larvae. The eggs on the end here as well. You might be able to see them in the sun. Just there we go. There's some of the smaller larvae and eggs. Now let's see if we can find the queen, because we're going to put this one into a nuke box, so that we could transfer this one, expand it into a treble, and the purpose of the treble is to have 3 of these sections, so that we can queen breed a lot quicker than having multiple nukes as well. So almost here, you can almost see the eggs quite clearly. There we go, that's perfect. See, those are eggs. Those little rice particles are eggs. And these smaller looking, like, I don't know, larvae. The larvae is a little bit more developed, and they get bigger and bigger over time until they get to capped brood. Now, this orange stuff here on the end is pollen, or more common bee bread, which is a mixture of pollen. So this is a little bit more developed larvae as well. So now I'm trying to find the queen. To find her, and I have to do the dirty work and find her, because she is somewhere, but I don't want to lift this up and then she runs in there and then the queens fly and then there's only one queen. No, the queen we want, she needs to be alive. Be alive, please. Where are you, queenie? Funny thing with the queen, it knows when you're looking for her. When the beekeeper is requeening, she knows that the beekeepers are looking for her and are going to execute the queen. We're executing the queen. The bees, she knows that. She can, it's almost, I don't know, she just knows. And she is an absolute escape artist. She runs under the bees, over the bees, into cracks, through walls. I don't know if you can hear, but they've changed their whole sound. You can almost tell when a hive is queenless as well, because they're a little bit louder. They're like, wee. Okay, that's probably not the sound, but they're a lot louder in the sound, almost like you can tell when they're queenless. That is why when we work, you kind of have to work without any distractions. So we don't play music when we work the bees, because you have to kind of understand the sound that the bees are emitting, especially when you're looking for the queen. You can, or inspecting a hive, you can tell whether a hive has a queen or not. So if you can't find the queen in there, we're gonna have to go back to our old nuke and go look for her. Make sure she's here. Just a real pain to find her. In the donkey, yes. Now that doesn't make sense. Where is she? The thing is, there's not a lot of bees in this one, so it should be the easiest way to find a queen. The worst is when your hive is super strong and you don't tell me. Oh man, there's eggs but no queen. What does that mean? There's eggs but no queen. What does that mean? You got eggs, you're looking for the queen. Where is she? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, got eggs in the hive. Know that they're looking for you. Queen isn't there. Where is she? There's eggs in the hive. There's gonna be, I'm probably gonna release an album called The Bee Songs. The songs that I make up. The bee songs. Come look at me. looking at the brood, inspecting the hive just to make sure. Also, another big thing, when you're opening a hive and you're looking at this, make sure to look for disease. That is number one. I should have mentioned it straight away. My little brain went, you know what, let's just keep talking. No, when you take a hive of brood, always check if there's disease. Even though that we don't have disease here in Australia, there might be here and there with American foul brood, but majority there is no disease in Australia. We still double check. We still always check whether our hive has disease or not, in case it shows up randomly. But these are quite calm, and they're not as black, these ones, which is a good telltale sign. Which is what we are looking for. But the queen is not here. Now you might be asking, why are you doing this? It's to allow the bees to run to see if I can find her running on top of them or under them. Now they're creating a maneuver, which is they're running in all directions. Quite interesting. They're putting their bums up. They're flapping their wings and they're putting their bums up. They're either trying to tell all the other bees where they're supposed to go. Like, where is she? She's not in there. She's not in there. She has to be somewhere. Like, it doesn't make sense. She needs to be here somewhere. Like, she couldn't have disappeared, no? Well, I just missed her or something. I don't know. Well, this doesn't help, does it? Not at all. Rightio. So, but what we have to do is this. Put a nice new frame into this nuke. Nice white frame. Queens love white frames because it's just nicely built out. Because it's new wax. Queens just love it. Because new wax is made by new bees or younger bees. That's why you see a different color in wax. That is why when we produce certain products, we want younger bees, because they produce that nice, beautiful white wax, which is what we want. We know there's one queen in here, so she can expand, make it stronger, and then in the future or late in the year, I will explain how we use these trebles to make 3 different sections for new 3 queens, and how we'll use that. So this we'll take this nuke. So nuke from a treble will always go with the queen. The queen will always be in the nuke, and that will go into the hive. This one will become queenless with a brood in each section. That is how we'll use the nuke, but I will go in further details in the future. Tra-la-la.